When fleeting moments fold into a single dream, the meridians of consciousness and unconsciousness twist together in accordance with the inverted hourglass. A world layered with differences that dissolve into soundless harmony is deeper than any linguistic stratum, and with synchronous vibrations, it smoothly erodes the boundaries between different worlds. When semiotics begins to perceive silence, the symbolic order initiates self-deconstruction, and the other world, not the other, but the part of ourselves we have ignored, manifests itself. Integration is not mixture but harmony. It is neither the illusion of harmony nor the structure of domination. A single image coexists without collapsing into multiple perspectives. Every time the wings of a butterfly trace an invisible path and touch the boundaries of every dimension, the membrane of space-time trembles. And there, and here, and somewhere else, opens simultaneously. At that moment, the sensation of having seen the clock in that room from a dream move forward fills my body as a memory thrown back from the future. The other world is not far away. Therefore, integration is not a beginning, but the forgiveness of an end that has been postponed countless times. The other world appears synchronously in our breath. That single breath is the pulse of integration. The clock's hands stall yet flip over moment by moment. What is imprinted is not the exhaustion of reality, but quantum fragments of the shadow realm seeping from the cracks of dimensions. They carry the notion of simultaneity, floating along the edges of memory as they quietly begin a phase transition. In the cracked panopticon of daily life, the echoes of the multiverse, the sprouting shadows, and the concerto of silence resonate, weaving a single melody. Like an echo that vibrates space-time, it gives birth to an unknown language, and words drip into the void like amber. Here, the magic called synchronization is performed. As chance descends, the dream of broad daylight and the subconscious traverse the boundaryless, blurring each other's contours. Light and darkness, inner and outer, awakening and sleep, all intertwine, weaving an alien harmony. Yet this integration is theatrical. Our self, the audience, is captivated by the stage where countless fragments play, yet loses sight of where the performance ends and reality begins. Observer and observed simultaneously exchange roles, and at the edge of the audience seats, dawn whispers, "This is the essence of existence." When the phase transition emerging from the void is complete, the otherworldly realm accompanies us as an inner other. It is neither fear nor escape, but rather a blessing called resonance. Fragments of the otherworld become part of our daily lives, casting new ripples of thought into our core. What our eyes see is no longer the boundary of the external world. What emerges is the integration of the other world, arriving synchronously and softly blending in. An infinite celebration that vividly shakes our words. There is a moment when the monotonous dripping hesitates. The tamed beast called the second hand, pulled by an invisible rein, scratches at the void without remembering to leap. From that slight crack, an unimaginable wind blows. At the street corner, an unfamiliar melody visited my eardrums. It was a lullaby my mother used to hum when I was a child, but one that no one in this world could possibly know. Immediately afterward, the apple rolling at my feet was sucked up into the sky as if to mock Newton, never to be caught by a crow's beak, but simply becoming a stain in the azure sky. Coincidence? No, it was the beginning of an allegory. Events were no longer isolated points, but began to pulsate as a single, vast, intelligent entity covered in slime mold. The flickering in the depths of my eyes could not be explained by the simple physical law of left-right reversal. Its meaning was burned into my brainstem like a brand. The world became a worldly warning that admonished itself, building a prison for logos. Integration is the playful game of the gods, where the dice roll in harmony. Thought overflows from the container of the brain, mingling with the suffering of the man walking on the opposite sidewalk, resonating with the thirst for water flowing through the veins of the street trees, and synchronizing with the lonely nuclear fusion of the stars twinkling in the night sky. The contours of the individual I blur, diffuse, and are reduced to a soup of omnipresent consciousness. Is this loss or blissful expansion? Eventually, the two realities overlap, completely erasing the boundary between them. The sight of imaginary butterflies alighting on real flowers and sucking their nectar appears before our eyes without any contradiction. Time flows from the future to the past, and memories become a preview of events yet to come. Now that everything is integrated, the world remains unchanged.